As we celebrate the last week of summer, we are outside on the patio with Chef D, and he has the wood-fired oven going to cook steak. Chef D, what is going on?
Well, you know, I just figured this is a great week because of the temperatures and that.
Yeah.
And I just want to show people that you can, you know, as much as we were talking off air about grilling steaks on, you know, the Crown Berry behind me, which is really great. But this is another great idea because with a wood-fired oven, you're going to get a little bit smoky, you know, that type of taste. So
okay.
I'm going to get you to grab.
Yes.
Now this is, we've warmed the pan up.
Okay.
If you just bring this over right here.
Boom.
And then we're going to take our beef tenderloin here.
Wow.
And I just, you know, there's ribeyes, there's strip loins, but I love tenderloin, you know.
So you can do this with several different cuts.
100%. And even if you don't, do fish, do pork, you know, try it all. It just works really great. And then having the cast iron fry pan is fantastic, right? Now it's well seasoned, and then I just put a little bit of butter on the pan.
Right.
And we're going to pop this back in.
Okay.
It's going to go in a little bit farther this time, right? Like right back in, so that, you know, it's going to get some nice heat going there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to cook it to medium rare, so or about 130 degrees.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you slam that with a mix of salt and pepper.
Right. So,
yeah.
you know, this one I'll just show you in a second. I brought this from our catering kitchen, and you can just see we use a Himalayan pink salt. I just like it.
Yeah.
I like the flavor of it, and then we just add pepper to it, right? So I don't add any much else steak seasoning, especially when you're using this great cut of meat. This is what you're looking for. So I thought, what if we do some kind of side dish to this?
Yes.
And we're in that season now, right? Where we have all these great, so we have rutabagas, we have parsnips, we have carrots, and we have sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to put them in the foil. Again, hit it just with a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
We have some Butterhouse butter here because it's just the best.
I noticed you had a giant stick of butter in there. Not the whole stick,
but we're going to use a little bit of it. And then we're just going to wrap the foil up. There's nothing fancy about this, right?
Yeah.
And then we're just going to wrap this up twice. We're going to put this, you can now put this right into the side right here.
Okay.
And there you go, okay?
Wow, so how long is that staying in there?
That's going to stay about 30 minutes in there, okay? And then again, not directly right by the fire, but just close to the fire, okay? Yeah. So, fast forward, now, we're going to try something new.
Okay.
And outside, and I just think because it's a little bit cooler out here, again, using your grill as your outdoor stove, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to try and make a hollandaise sauce here.
Wow.
We're going to warm up the eggs just a little bit here.
Now, is this going on the steak?
On the steak,
okay.
on the steak. So,
wow.
And then I'm just going to reach over here and grab some thyme.
Okay.
Now, you can use some bouquet de Provence, but I got some thyme here.
I would have never thought to make hollandaise sauce on the grill.
Right? So we're going to just continue stirring this. Right? And you're just warming up the egg here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add in, some butter. Now, I just melted some butter off, or you could use some clarified butter. And you just do a little bit at a time, and just look at it, it's starting to thicken up nicely.
Okay. And why a little at a time as opposed to just pouring the whole thing in?
Because then you want the protein and the fat to mix together, and that's what thickens it up.
Wow.
And we're just going to add, and then we're going to finish it with a little bit of lemon juice, just to give it that tartness. Thank you.
There you go.
Bring this back over. Yeah. Oh, I think I might have got it a little bit hot. It's not going to be as thick as what I would really like, but we're going to cool it down just a touch. And then with the magic of TV and timing,
yes,
we're going to put this all together. So just have my vegetables here nice and warm.
Again, this is after 30 minutes
100%.
In the wood-fired oven.
Yep. And I have chef hands, so they've been burnt so many times. There's no more feeling left in them. We're going to grab this.
How long does it take to develop chef hands?
About 40 years. Some vegetables. Right?
And I mean, these are the colors of the season.
100%.
Right? The browns, the oranges.
And it smells so good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to reach across to you, grab our steaks.
Okay.
Now, just again, we had these in here a little bit earlier just for the sake of timing. So we're going to grab this one here.
And so how long are these in the oven for?
You know, for medium rare, I would put them in for about 12 minutes.
Okay.
You know, between 8 and 12, depends on how hot the fire is.
Yeah.
And just kind of keep an eye. And remember, the fire now, it's got the bricks warm, it's got the oven warm, so it's more like just beauty shots
Nice.
with the fire. You don't need a lot of flame with that.
Yeah.
So we're going to move this over here.
This looks spectacular.
We're going to, now, Rick, I'm sorry this didn't thicken up as much as I wanted.
I think it's going to be just fine, Chef D.
So then if you want to grab a knife and just give that a little bit of a whirl.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Steak for breakfast, hollandaise. Wow.
We did it.
Is sensational. More Morning Live coming up right after the break.